The language is very carefully controlled. There are things that you cannot say and things that you can't say. And we've had a recent example of this, that the language is constantly changing in order to prevent new things being said. This is the case of Germaine Greer, who came to speak in one of our universities. Now, she was one of the original radical feminists who believed that that men really are oppressive, that women as a sex have lived under the thumb of the other sex, the unfair sex, which is mine, and that she has made her life out of propagandizing this and showing the extent to which the male is assumed as the dominant cultural figure in our literature, in painting, music, and so on. And of course, she has cast an awful lot of light on our literary tradition in this way. I mean, she's very much respected, of course, as an outspoken literary figure. But she was giving a university lecture at some point on this, touched on the transgender issue, and didn't realise that she should be using the word gender and not the word sex. And she said that men are of one sex and women of another sex, and the fact that a man thinks that he's a woman doesn't mean he's of the female sex. Had she used the correct language and said that, you know, the fact that he thinks he's of the female gender means that he is of the female gender, that would have been all right. But she fell off the edge of the permitted forms of expression and used the word sex properly, and of course exposed what was lurking behind the word gender, namely the desire to make everything a matter of choice, to spread freedom into all the areas where freedom is impossible. So she unwittingly exposed the lie behind a new version of the sexual war. And as a result, she became the latest target for censorship. No platform can be offered to her because she's shown this disrespect for the possibility of transgender identity. She is guilty of transphobia, and that word is now in the vocabulary. You might we'll have to see just what its subsequent history will be. But anyway, one thing that has been achieved by that particular movement, the radical feminist movement in our universities, is in effect to get rid of the word sex. Because sex refers to a biological fact, which we can't deny, it interferes with the freedom and the aspirations of those people who want to deny it. It's created a new victim class, the class of the people who can't stand the truth about biology, human biology. So it has been replaced by the word gender, and now you will see on all official forms, you know, the word sex doesn't appear. In my passport, I'm of male gender. Insofar as I've ever thought about what gender I am, I have thought, well, you know, it would be nice to be more feminine than I am. You know, that does seem like something that you can choose. But as for my sex, no.